Welcome! This is the 12th tutorial on orthographic and isometric drawings. This example was taken from the Grade 8 Technology and Engineering Graphics and Design workbook. On our far right we have the 3D example provided to us with all of the dimensions included. The question read as follows. Draw the front, top and right orthographic view of the isometric figure on the workspace provided. The drawing is given in third angle projection. Also draw the symbol for third angle orthographic projection. I have already provided the orthographic projection symbol at the bottom right hand side. On our workspace we have the diagram provided to us. If the diagram has not been provided, you would have to draw it in by starting with the X and Y axis, then drawing in the margin lines and lastly the 45-degree mirror line. We will now start with the top view of this drawing. I am going to start with the first measurement, which is 20 millimeters, as you can see for the depth of your 3D preview. Place your ruler parallel to the XY axis, and from the anchor point of the top view we will measure the 20 millimeters and draw a light construction line all the way across from the top view to the 45-degree mirror line. These are light construction lines. Best to use a 2H pencil. The next distance is 30 millimeters, as you can see on the far right on the example, and we will draw a light construction line from the top view onto our 45-degree mirror line. And lastly we will end with the next 20 millimeters construction line. Now we will continue with the measurements of our top view. Look closely at the 3D example on your right and you will see that the total length of the front view is 70 millimeters. That is made up out of the 50 and the 20 as you see on the 3D example. It also means that the total length of our top view will be 70 millimeters. We start by placing our ruler and set square parallel to the y-axis. Then from the anchor point of our top view we will measure to the left 70 millimeters and draw a light construction line at a length of 70 millimeters. We will carry this construction line down all the way to the front view. We will now add all the other lengths as we carry them over from the 3D example onto our top view, and we project the lines all the way down to the front view once again. Once we've done this, we will start by placing the outline of our top view in solid lines as shown here. Make sure that you work neat and accurate and that you add all detail. We also need to add the center line for the circle if the circle was asked for hidden detail. In this case, the question does not stipulate any hidden detail, but I add it so that you can see what to do if hidden detail were to be asked. Moving on to the front view. We will now closely inspect the 3D model provided and look at the different heights for the front view. We start by placing our ruler parallel to the x-axis and then measure from the anchor point of the front view all the different heights of our front view. And we will draw a light construction line at each one of these heights and carry them through to the right view. Once we have completed all the measurements for the front view, we can start by drawing in the solid lines of the shape of the front view. Make sure that you draw neat and accurate and that you use the correct line tone for your lines. We also need to draw in the center lines for the circle because the circle will be visible from the front view. Once the front view is done, we need to line up our set square parallel with the y-axis. Move your set square along with the 45-degree mirror line and project the construction lines down from the 45-degree mirror line onto the right view, as you can see here. You will now notice the advantage of projecting all the heights and depths from your front and top view onto your right view. All we need to do is draw in the solid lines and all the detail of our right view as shown here. It is important to make sure that you have indeed carried over the correct measurements from your 3D example onto your model. We also have to indicate the center line for the circle, whether or not the hidden detail has been asked. because the circle is in fact still present. I add the hidden detail because I just want you to know what to do if hidden detail were to be asked. We complete this drawing by indicating the mark allocation for each of the 3 views. As you will see here, we have 1 mark allocated to each of the individual lines. Congratulations! You have successfully completed the tutorial.